Hi everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Dear April, a show where I channel or bring through divine answers for your questions. And these questions can be about anything. They can be about your day-to-day life, intuition, energy, the shift, any number of things. And what I do is I either channel an answer for you or answer from my own experience, because I work with energy and intuition on a daily basis. And my specialty is to work with people who are nurturers for others. So if you are a person who basically takes care of other people on a regular basis, especially if you use energy and intuition in that work, I'm here for you. So with no further ado, let me get down to the questions that people have sent in this week. So the first one says, Dear April, I recently applied for a new position within the program that I work for. This position would be quite the promotion, and it feels like it is the next step in the workforce for me. I've only told a handful of people that I've applied, and they're all thrilled and hopeful for me, telling me you'd be great, but in my own head, I have a little voice saying, are you really ready? You're not worthy of this job. You're too young. What will people think of you? They won't respect you. I keep saying it's just good interview experience regardless, which is truly how I feel. But how can I just relax enough for this interview and put all this negative self-talk aside and just show them me? If me is not enough, then the job is not for me. But I fear I won't be able to show them the real me because of the negativity I have in the back of my head. Ashley. All right. So I'm just going to tune in for a moment. And let's see what your guides have to say about this. We see that there's much going on within you. Along with the fear, there's much excitement, much enchantment, a feeling of readiness, a feeling of openness. And yes, there's doubt mingled in with this, and that's okay. It's normal. It's to be expected. And we want you to know that what's occurring there is that when you were young, you were programmed with certain beliefs on how the world worked, that you had to work hard to get to a certain level. The world works differently than we've been taught that it works. And so many of the programs that were programmed into you when you were young are no longer true or valid, but you still interact with the world from that perspective. This is a collective experience. You are not the only one experiencing such things. Everyone, when they are trying to manifest their desires, has a little voice in the back of their mind that pops up with doubt. Something that says, this isn't possible. You're not capable of that. You're not worthy of that. You're not ready for that. This is not coming from your truest, deepest self. These are your subconscious fears and worries, and your subconscious is there to keep you safe. It's there to protect you from being hurt, from being wounded. Your subconscious mind was basically programmed within the first 7 years of your life. So in essence, the maturity level of your subconscious mind is that of a small child. And that is who reacts to the world. That is who pops up with, you're not ready, you're not capable, you're not worthy. And all it's trying to do is keep you from getting hurt. But you know, on a conscious level now, that those beliefs and those fears are not serving you any longer. So what we would like for you to do in this moment is to actually tune into your excitement. Feel the excitement for that job, that opportunity in your body. Tune in and feel it. What would it feel like if you got that job? What would it feel like if you got that job and you did really well at that job? And you made a lot more money, and you got more respect, and you had more fun? What would it be like? What would that feel like inside you? This is your place of power. And now what we would like you to do is reach into your mind and bring forth those doubts and those worries. And look at them in front of you. And meet them with your power. Meet them with your conscious knowing that you can do this. Meet them with your own strength and power and the knowledge you have acquired since you were a small child. Explain to your more immature subconscious mind and those beliefs that were programmed in when you were a small child. Explain to them that that is not the way you wish to see or interact with the world any longer. It is time to step into your power, and that it's okay if you get hurt sometimes. It's part of the journey. It's okay to be in your power and to take chances. Whether you will be rejected or hurt or not, it doesn't matter. Because you came here to have a journey on the physical plane. You came here to take chances. You came here to create change. And if it were up to your subconscious mind, you would just sit at home and be safe all the time. You would just live in a little cocoon, and you wouldn't take any chances, and you wouldn't open your heart to anyone, and you wouldn't try for new jobs, and you wouldn't have adventures. So whenever you feel those fears coming up, I want you to look at them, to meet them head on, to feel the fear, to love and embrace it, to send it thanks for trying to protect you, but then to implant a new belief, a new program, that you came here for a purpose, and you are going to live it. Namaste. Okay? Thank you, Ashley. So the next letter says, Dear April, I'm curious about what my soul has to share with me regarding putting myself in situations that have not been welcoming for some time. I have teachers who suggest loving myself through the other side of the experience, or thank the other person for their judgment or criticism. And I also hear sometimes that rejection is about energetic incompatibility. Please share your/my soul's insight and clarification. Thank you, Leanne. Okay, Leanne, let's see what they have to say for you. And I'd like to take a moment here to let all of you know that when you listen to a channeled message, there is always a huge amount of healing energy that comes with it. So as I'm tuning in to these higher realms of existence, tuning in for divine answers, I'm bringing through an extreme amount of healing energy and meditative brainwave state. So all of you can actually relax, open, and receive, and just allow yourself to flow with this energy and let yourself get a healing. Let yourself get whatever part of this message is meant for you. So whenever I begin to channel, allow yourself to relax and feel the message more than hear it. Feel it with your body, feel it with your energy. Feel it and open your heart and receive. Okay, Luann. You are a divine being of light and power. You are here to create great change and mobility for others on an energetic level. And we are here to assist you on that journey. And we've seen your interactions with others that have been less than welcoming, as you put it. And these have occurred for many different reasons. We can understand why your teachers have recommended what they have, and yet we would like to add another level to this, to understand that your interactions with others are a mirror for yourself. What was it when you were a small child that you believed about interacting with other people? When you were a small child, did you have interactions with your parents, your family, that were less than welcoming? Did you receive treatment that made you feel less than worthy? That made you feel shut down? Your early interactions with others set a stage for your later interactions with others. And it's not just what you get told when you're young. It's not just the things people say and do. It is your own interpretation of those things that has you believing that people are going to interact with you in a certain way. So if you exhibit a certain behavior or say a certain thing, and you get a reaction to that, that's very specific when you're young. If you then later convey your feelings in a similar manner, there's a subconscious belief within you that you will receive that same treatment that you received the initial time. And so you attract that. You attract people who will prove that to you. You bring into your reality what you believe reality looks like. And so the people in your life who have behaved less than welcomingly to you are only proving to you what you believe about the world and other people and the way they're going to interact with you. And it is time for you to let go of those old beliefs and programs. And the first piece of that is to lift them up and look at them. right in the face and recognize that just because you were treated a certain way at a very young age or had a certain interaction, that it doesn't mean that everyone and everything else is going to interact with you in that way. Just let yourself feel that for a moment. Let yourself tune in and feel the knowing. That every single person on this earth plane has their own individual reality, their own individual experience, and their own individual perception. And so each person that you interact with will have a different history from which to interact with you. And so far you have been attracting people with a specific history that will prove to you what you believe. But once you brush off and release those beliefs and create new ones, what would you rather believe in the place of that? What would you rather have there instead of that program of people will treat me in unwelcoming ways? People are open and loving toward me at all times. It is acceptable for me to share myself, my truth, and others will react respectfully. Allow those to take the place of the old beliefs, the old programs. Recognizing that those beliefs were created through an immature mind of a child, and that you are ready to let them go. And it's time to create what you desire. Open your heart for a moment. All that are listening, open your heart. Receive this blessing that we bring through for you. And we intend for this to continue as we move along. Thank you, Luann, for your question. So, once again, I am sponsoring this episode, and I want to show you my book, Essence, Ending Emptiness, Finding Fulfillment. And this is a really great book if you are feeling emotionally unfulfilled, if you want to build and develop your intuition, if you want to create a bigger connection with the divine. It's very empowering. It's all about energy. It's all about spirit. So it's a very spiritual, energetic, and also very mindful book about how to create more happiness, more power, more pleasure, more joy, more bliss, and more fulfillment in your life. And it comes with a lot of great digital bonus material, meditation videos. So there's a link in the book that gets you all of the bonus stuff that is a companion to the book. So anytime there's an MP3 that I mention or a video series that I mention, it's all included with the book. So you'll really love it if you like anything energetic or spiritual, or if you are in a place of seeking and struggling, this is for you. And also, I offer a complimentary session to first-time clients at this point. So if you are interested in doing a journey session with me, where I specifically zone in on where you're blocked, what's holding you back, and take you on a journey where you do what's necessary to release those things, so that you can then do that for yourself over time, feel free to contact me. You can go to thehealerofhealers.com and sign up for my mailing list, and that'll bring you right to my schedule so you can schedule your first free session with me. So I look forward to working with you one-on-one. And now let's get on to the next question here. So this question says, Dear April, it seems that on weekends between 11 and 2, my body feels very odd. It's been happening for about 4 years now, off and on. I feel weird and off from my heart chakra upwards to my crown, and it makes me feel sick or dizzy, or sometimes even just confused and out of sorts. The only thing that seems to make it go away is to take a nap, but I don't always have the time for that. What is making me feel like this? Azure. Okay, Azure, let's see. I can't wait to see what they have to say about this. Okay, so it said 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on weekends. You are growing exponentially. And much like a child will experience growing pains when they're growing faster than their body can handle, you experience energetic growing pains. With you specifically, you have done much work on opening your higher chakras. But we sense there is a block just below your heart, keeping the energy from being able to connect and flow into your lower chakras. And so the amount of energy that is coming into you, the amount of energy that you are inviting and that we are creating and pouring into you is overwhelming when it's not able to move through your entire energy system. When an entire being's worth of energy is only allowed to move through half of the body, it is overwhelming. It is uncomfortable. What we would like for you to do at this moment is to envision just a pinprick of an opening at your diaphragm and moving downward through your lower chakras. Just the tiniest of openings, whatever you can muster. And allow the energy that has been moving through your upper chakras to begin to filter down through your lower chakras. And then see that opening open even further. Just a little more and a little more and a little more. And within the span of just this meditation, you should be able to get it open to at least about 1/2 inch or so. But the more you concentrate on this, the more you see it occurring, the larger that will become, and this energy will be able to flow smoothly and easily through all of your chakras, all of your meridians, and your whole energy field. The timing of this discomfort is much like when a person goes on vacation after pushing themselves and pushing and pushing and pushing at work, and then suddenly when you slow down and take a vacation of any sort, your body says, oh, now I can rest, now I can relax, and you get sick. It's very much like that with the weekends. You're at work, you're running around doing errands during the week, and then the weekend comes around. And several pieces within you are going, we can relax now. And that's when you've slowed down enough to be able to feel this discomfort. It's a time where you are available for these energy infusions. But rest assured that you will feel great relief from this once you get the energy moving through all of your chakras and not just the top few. And we understand this is something that you have been working on for some time. But we know that it is difficult to understand how easy and simple it can be to just intend that those chakras begin to open, however minutely, and that they will. But that is very much the case. And you may only be able to do it in small increments at first, but you can do this. It is very possible. And it has already begun occurring just in the moments that we have been interacting. Understand that it is very common for people who are on the spiritual journey to start out in such a way that they are seeking to open their upper chakras and ignore the lower chakras, because the lower chakras represent earthly things, and seekers always want to go to the highest. But in order to fully access the highest and integrate that energy, your lower chakras and your connection with your physical life have to be also grounded and open and paid attention to in order for that energy to be able to flow properly through the entire being. And in order to be able to be a whole and complete being to connect with the divine. We place our hand upon your head in blessing. Send you great love and opening. Namaste. Thank you, Azure. And we have one more. So, this last letter says, Dear April, in the past, my psychic timing was always spot on. Now, the timing seems to be all over the place. Does this have anything to do with the new energies, etc., that are flowing in? Is the concept of time starting to disappear? I know that it doesn't exist in the spirit realm, and I know that it also has to do a lot with the law of attraction and life choices / free will. But there's something more that I'm not getting. Sarah. All right, Sarah. So, let's do this. You are a joy and a blessing to many. We appreciate your work here on the earth plane. Know that we do guide and bless you on a daily basis. In terms of your readings and your psychic timing, we wish for you to understand that you are reaching higher dimensions and planes of existence, in which you are very correct that time does not exist, and that things occur instantaneously, things occur all at once. For a moment, understand that all of your lifetimes and all of the moments of each lifetime are occurring at once and not in order in a linear fashion. But on the earth plane, where you exist, there has to be linear activity. It has to appear linear in order to make sense to you on the earth plane. But when you go and access these higher dimensions, you are receiving higher dimensional energy and information. And then you are bringing it back to the physical earth plane, where your client resides most of the time. So, if you are regularly, and your client is regularly, existing on the third plane of existence, the third dimension. And maybe occasionally pops up to the fourth once in a while. But you're going up to the fifth or sixth or even seventh plane of existence to get information. The timing doesn't always equate. And because you have been doing the work you have been doing, you spend much more time up here. And yet the people that you are interacting with are here, hoping to get here. So in the higher planes of existence, the timing does not equate. It does not compute to the timing on the physical earth plane in the third dimensional life. Understand that time is moving faster and faster, and intensity is building higher and higher at this time. And so things are unfolding differently than they would have previously. And this has to do with the shift that is occurring on the planet Earth, that is thinning the veil between the dimensions, so that it becomes easier and easier, the higher your vibration gets, for you to be able to access those other higher dimensions. But for people who are still at a low vibrational frequency, it's very uncomfortable to come in contact with those higher vibrational frequency planes of existence. So they meet resistance. So all of their demons come up to express themselves and to be released. But people aren't aware of that as a whole, and so they freak out. And I'm sure, as you have seen, there is a massive level of discomfort among people on the earth plane. Both those who are not awake yet and those who are on the path to enlightenment. All are in a place of discomfort and unrest right now. And those who are sensitive and seeking and growing are not only feeling their own levels of unrest and going through their own journeys of having to release the things that they have not yet released, but they're also feeling the collective experience of those who have no idea what's going on, but are suffering and struggling extremely because they're still living in the old ways, and yet feeling the shift happening on a subconscious level and reacting to the fear and difficulty that's occurring around them. So the sensitives are feeling both. And it becomes a responsibility of the sensitive being to energetically pull in your energy and mind your own business. Just by using that intention to see your energy field. It's big, it's reaching out, it's checking everyone out, it's asking what's going on out there, and then reporting back to you what's going on out there. And then you're feeling it. You don't need that. Or if you want to feel it for just a second and go, okay, that's what's going on out there. Thanks for letting me know. I'm going to mind my own business right now. I'm going to feel my own stuff. And if I don't have anything that needs to be released right now and I'm going to feel good, then that's going to help raise the collective vibration. So that's okay too. You're not helping anybody by suffering or taking on their stuff. What you can do, all of you who are seekers and on the path, can do what it takes to bring yourself peace. Do what it takes to mind your own energetic business and to blast love and blessings out at everyone. And to live by example. Don't go around trying to convert people. Live by example. Fulfill yourself and go out into the world living as a full, fulfilled human being, and people will flock to you asking what your secret is. They will be drawn to you without knowing why. This is your flock. This is your following. And that is all you need. That is all you need to do. But stop allowing yourself to feel everybody else's stuff all the time. It's not helping. Allow yourself to enjoy your time in the higher planes of existence and the higher realms. But understand that it won't always compute to the people who are still in the lower levels, the lower echelons of seeking and enlightenment. They will get there too when it is their choice, but it has to be their choice. And you must surrender and let go of expecting the information you bring through at this time to be perfect, to make perfect sense to everyone, because it won't. There will be those who do not resonate with your message, who do not see it as the truth, and that's okay. If they seek enough, if they open, they will find someone they resonate with and follow them. There are a million paths to fulfillment. There are a million paths into this higher dimension, new earth. And the path you choose is yours. The path they choose is theirs. And there is no judgment upon any person or any path. Namaste. Okay, so normally at the end I do a message for everyone, but I feel that Sarah's answer evolved into the answer that people need at this time anyway. So with that being said, I'm going to close this out and move on. But please let me know if you have any questions. If you have questions you want me to channel or answer from my experience, please feel free to send them in to dearapril@mail.com, M-A-I-L. And also, if you would like to sponsor an episode, yeah, I can send you some information on that from the same address. So just, send me a little inquiry there as well for that. And I hope to see you soon on Facebook and back here in a week or two for another episode of Dear April. Thank you for tuning in.